Welcome back to another video. My name is Life Coach Naomi and I empower women, especially moms, to be the best version of themselves and bring their vision board goals to reality. Okay, so this week's video is all about becoming the best version of yourself, becoming the Proverbs 31 woman of your dreams. And I'm talking about this video because I am actually running a free workshop from Monday the 25th to Wednesday the 27th of March, all about becoming the best version of yourself. And it's all about redefining your goals, realigning, with your goals as well, and also thriving in every season of your life, because it's 2024, sis. And if you're one of those women like me that has said, listen, 2024 is the year where we are going to thrive, where we are going to become the best version of ourselves, where we're going to say goodbye to all things, all our old limiting beliefs, and we're really going to step in to being the woman that God has called us to be, then you definitely want to be part of this workshop. I will put the link down below in the comments. Do check it out and I hope to see you. Okay, so let's get into today's video. And like I said, I'm talking about the 5 steps to becoming the best version of yourself, the Proverbs 31 woman, right, that we all aspire to be. And the first thing I would say is this is something that is ongoing. It is not something that you do once and then once you've become the woman of your dreams in that season and you think, right, that's it, I have to stay as that woman, that's it, one and done, right? That's not the case. Being the woman of your dreams, being the Proverbs 31 woman requires constant work, requires you to consistently work on yourself, consistently evolve, because in every season of your life, you are going to be evolving. You are going to be changing, right? In your singlehood season, right, as a single girl, it's a season of rediscovering yourself. It's a season of finding out what exactly, you like to do, what exactly you desire to do and achieve, and what sort of, girlfriend you're going to be, what sort of wife you desire to be. That's the single season. And then you get into the season of being married, right? That's the season where you're like, okay, fine. All the things that you've learned as a single girl, you are now bringing them into this marriage season. But there's a bit of a difference. In the season, you are now walking the journey of life with someone else, and they are also in their own season of life. So you are now be adjusting in that new season and still working on being the best version of yourself in this new season. And then you become a mom. That's a whole different season, a whole different ball game, because now you're combining your singlehood season, your married girl season, and your motherhood season. And that season requires a lot from you, because you are now trying to raise new people. You're trying to bring up new people into this world and look after them and give them values that will carry them through life. But also at the same time, you are trying to redefine yourself again in this new journey of motherhood, who you are, what you like, and also in the journey of marriage as well. You've now added a third or fourth person in your relationship, and they need space, but also your quality time with your spouse and also your relationship with your husband requires some attention as well. So these are all the different seasons that we go through as women. And also, there are other seasons as well, like starting a new job, going to a new career, or going back to work after maternity leave. Those are different seasons in your lives as well. And those seasons all require you to be the best version of yourself. So today's video, I'm just going to talk about the 5 steps to becoming the best version of yourself. And really, these are just snapshot steps of how you can kickstart the journey. So if you are a woman right now, sis, who is on this journey of like, you know what, I want to redefine myself. I want to redefine my identity. I literally want to work on on me, right? If you're on this journey of wanting to work on you and you want to redefine, you want to realign so that you can thrive in the season that you're in and all the other seasons, then you really definitely want to listen to this. So grab a pen and a paper or your notebook on your phone, and write this down, because I think it will help you. I know for sure that it helped me when I was on my journey of rediscovering myself. Firstly, from moving from a single girl to a married girl, and then from married girl to now being a wife. And honestly, I consistently use these 5 things to really touch base with the woman that God has called me to be, especially when I do need a reminder and I have forgotten, like, okay, God, I'm going through a tough season. I really need you to remind me of the woman that you called me to be. This is where I go to, and this is what I do in order for me to really tap into that girl. Okay, so number one, I've got some notes here because your girl has baby brain and I have forgotten and I will forget some stuff. Okay, so I wrote things down. So number one, you need to know your why. Okay, your why is an important thing. I talk about this all the time during my coaching clients or during the group coaching program in the highly favored woman community. I talk about this even during my workshops, right? About knowing your why and understanding the importance of why. Your why is a foundation that holds you down. Your why is a thing that will keep you going. Okay, and if you know your why, when you are starting to this journey of rediscovering your identity, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to walk on this journey of, rediscovering your identity? Why do you want to become this version of yourself, this idyllic version of yourself that you know God has called you to be, right? And it's important to understand your why because, for example, my why, right? The why I continue to to empower women. I continue to be a coach. I continue to do these videos on YouTube, right? And the podcast episode is because I know that I I am called to empower women. I am called to inspire women. I'm called to walk alongside with women who have gone through, difficult transitions in life or who have gone through journeys in life and they have forgotten who they are. They have forgotten the wonderful gifts that God has given them. And I am called to remind them, that, you are made, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And honestly, that is my why I continue to do this, why I continue to teach, why I continue to coach, despite, sometimes, some seasons in my life where I will not be feeling it, right? But I always remember my purpose. There's always a still small voice that says, girl, you can't quit, okay? Because if you quit, there might be just that one woman who is waiting for a video from you, from a word from you, just waiting for you to pick it up. And for me, that is my why. That is the one thing that I know, come through rain, sunshine, windy storms or anything, I will always tap into that because I believe that God has called me to do that in my life. That is my purpose. You know what I mean? And so as you're working on this journey of redefining your identity, you need to really understand what your why is. Why is it so important for you to walk this journey? What does it mean for you, in the future for generational legacies? I always say that as highly favored women in this community, we are breaking generational legacies. We are not about, um, we are not about, just doing things for the sake of doing them, but we are actually breaking generational curses and creating generational legacies. So that is exactly what knowing your why is all about. And then number 2 is being clear on who you are. Be clear on who that woman that you are trying to embody and discover and be is. Who is she, right? By doing that, you're trying to understand exactly what your values are in life, right? What are your core values? What are the one things or the few things that you will not compromise on? Okay. And those are the things that will be your anchor. Those are the things that will hold you down. For me personally, one of my values is faith. I do not mess around with my faith. Okay. Like we can mess around with all things. Okay. But my faith, I do not mess around because I know what my faith and the level of my faith has done for me and what I do for it as well. In the sense that with the journey that I've gone through in my life, I truly and firmly believe that if I did not have the faith, I would not be living the life that I have right now. I would not have the things that God has blessed me with right now. I would not be dreaming big the way I am dreaming right now. And that's because faith is one of my core values. And as a highly favored woman, as a Proverbs 31 woman, you need to understand what your core values are. Is it family? Is it friendships? Is it relationships? Is it honesty? It's really about understanding what those core values are for yourself and how you embody those into becoming the best version of yourselves. Because when you understand what your core values are and you really, really know what it is that anchors you and grounds you, then it is easy for you to walk this journey of becoming the best version of yourself as well. And you need to know that it's not about knowing the values, it's not about, understanding who she is, but it's about embodying her. Right? It's about becoming her, literally, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, becoming that woman. Okay. And then the next thing, the next step number 3, is about creating a routine that aligns with being her. Okay. So a Proverbs 31 woman, or the woman that achieves her vision board goals and is thriving in every season of her life, she has a routine. She knows exactly where she needs to be, what she needs to be doing, what time she needs to be at that place, and how long she is doing that thing for. You need to be a woman who has a plan, okay? Who has a routine of exactly what she is doing, how she is doing it, how she is going to get there as well. Because it's all well and good to understand your why, to know your values and know her, but you now need to do the work. You now need to be the woman that you say you desire to be. You now need to go show off to the world that, okay, I am a changed woman. I am a woman who is going through a journey of redefining. I'm a woman who is realigning what her new goals, what her new life, what her new her is going to be and is, and she is taking action. She is now showing up as her. Okay, if you know that the next version of you that God has called you to be is a woman who looks after her home is always clean, is always taken care of, then you need to do that. Right, you need to start decluttering the house. You need to start removing things that no longer align with the version of yourself that you're trying to be. And that goes for every area of your life. That can be your friendships, that can be your finances. If you know that, okay, you've been spending recklessly at Starbucks all the time, but at the same time you're trying to redefine your finances, you're trying to save money, then girl, sis, okay, we don't have to buy Starbucks every day. You can just go to Sainsbury's, go to Tesco's, buy the sachets, okay? It's like 8 sachets for like £3.49. Yes, I know, because I buy those. And just have them in your house. Okay, just make your own just make your own Starbucks. Buy a Starbucks coffee, a Starbucks cup. Okay, which is what I have done. I bought a Starbucks cup and I put my coffee in there, and it makes me feel like I'm drinking a Starbucks coffee. But you know what? I'm saving coins, because the next version of myself is a woman who is wealthy, who is investing, and so those are the sub of things that you need to do as well as a highly favored woman, or as a Proverbs 31 woman. You need to take the right steps that guide you and lead you to becoming her, to becoming that version of yourself that is being consistent and has a routine. Speaking of being consistent, okay. So, we've nailed it down, right? We've nailed our why, we've nailed our values, we've nailed a routine. Now you need to be consistent. A woman who is very sure of herself, a woman of Proverbs 31 stature, and who realigns her goals and thrives. She thrives in consistency. She thrives in a routine. She thrives in making sure that what she does today is what she'll do tomorrow, the next day, and the day after. You're not just going to do it today for the next 3, 4, 5 days and think, that's it, right? I'm the woman of my dreams now. I'm done. I'm all good. No, you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent in showing up as her. You need to be consistent in your conversations. You need to be consistent in yourself as well. You need to be consistent. Remember, God loves consistency. Okay, he loves a faithful servant. So you need to be consistent in whatever you are doing as well. And finally, you need to surround yourself with like-minded women, like-minded community, community of women who are also on the same journey as you of redefining themselves, realigning their goals, and thriving in every season of their lives. You need to align yourself with these type of women who are also on the same trajectory with you, because they will keep you accountable. And also find some women who have done what you are currently doing, because they've walked through that journey. They know the hurdles that will come through that journey, and they will be able to guide you when you go through that hurdle, or you go through that mishap, or you have a question to ask. So finding yourself two groups of women, one who have been there and two who are also on the journey, will be perfect as your support system in becoming the best version of yourself as well. I believe in the power of community. I love having a community. I'm always surrounded by community. I have different communities, women who I have been there on the journey that I'm going through as a mom and as a businesswoman, and women that are currently going through the journey as well. And we all support each other in prayer. We all support each other in strategy. We all support each other in time. We support each other in resources as well. So those are the 5 things that you really need to become the best version of yourself. The Proverbs 31 woman who is not only redefining her life, redefining her goals, redefining her identity, but she is realigning with whom God has called her to be, and she is thriving in every season of her life. So remember, I told you about that workshop that I am doing on the 25th to the 27th of March. If you would love to know more about that workshop, or if you'd love to know more about the steps, because during this workshop, I will be deep diving into these topics, and there'll be some challenges and tasks for you to do, because sis, I'm not all about just talking and being center stage. No, I'm all about action taking and keeping you accountable. So during this workshop, we are going to be doing all these things and making you accountable, and you are going to leave by the end of day 3. You are going to leave with all the right information and all the right tools that you need to kickstart your journey as well. And after that, I'm going to be opening doors to my new program, which I will share in the next video as well. So yeah, remember, like I said before, looking after yourself, being the best version of yourself as a highly favored woman, a Proverbs 31 woman, is not a one and done job. It is a consistent job that you always have to do consistently as you grow, as you go through different seasons, because you are evolving, you are growing, you are becoming something different. And you know what? Environmentally, we are going through a lot of things, a lot of changes as well, and those require a certain different level of you as a highly favored woman, and how you show up is very important for you. I am all about empowering you, highly favored woman, to be proactive in your life and not be reactive to what is happening in your life. So stay blessed, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.